Well, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday's Live. Today we are talking about how to navigate this planetary alignment, the starseed activation that's going along with it, and all things a little chaotic. So when you arrive, I want to know where you're from. I'm going to open up my comments right now. We're going to jump into how to really truly capitalize on this energy, not even just navigating it, but like, what do we do with it? Why is it happening? How do we really soar through this and lasso and take it in and pull it in for ourselves in order to use it? We've got a tremendous amount of transition going on. December was bullshit, right? So it was all about slamming the last doors for 2024. And January has been hit the ground running and crazy, crazy transition. Hello. Um, Tammy and Renee and Noni. Hello, love. It is a wild time right now, and it is going to get crazier and it's going to get more chaotic. And we're going to see so much more disclosure happening. I want to touch on, so this is going to get super fucking flagged probably. Hi, Poppy, babe. Um, so I started a Starseed series on YouTube. Help a girl out, go subscribe, go like the videos. Let's get them out into the world because I'm talking about the truth behind it. And I know a lot of people are saying I'm talking about the truth behind it, or they are. But I really dropped some bombs in there on how to know what is the right galactic energy, what is truth, what is not truth, and how to use your discernment well digesting that content. So, right now, we have a lot of people coming forward who are bringing forward starseed information or UFO disclosure, who, in my opinion, are maybe let's just tame this down and not be so spicy today, but like they're just a little off. And it is mind bending to me and it's frustrating because it's very misleading. And, anyways, go check out that series. That's not what today is about. So go check them out. It is the Starseed series. There's two of them up there. And I'm going to keep doing that every week for you, the beginning of the week, like in and around Tuesday. Okay. So today, I want to know, how are we feeling with this energy? Are you guys experiencing anything like I am? So I am moving from complete calm to crazy inspired to flat, completely flat. Like, meh, I don't care. And there's a whole lot of, I don't want to eat breakfast. Yeah, I don't really feel like it. Make sure I get my water. Okay, I guess. Exercise. Fuck no. It's like I don't want to. This is energy of like, no, thank you. And then on top of that, I'm also like, oh my God. I had a conversation with Ricky. You guys remember Ricky from, it'll come back at some point, our debunking podcast. We'll bring it back at some point, just not yet. Because we're fine tuning a couple things. But I had an amazing conversation with him yesterday that blew my mind into a bazillion pieces. And now I am incapable of going back. I'm like, what? What? And it just changes your perception on everything. So we're getting these downloads, we're getting this expansion in information, and I want to support you with how to do that. So we're going to do a little energy pull today. I've got my cards, obviously. And what's really exciting is my guides have been very stern lately on, moving through the massive transition that I'm moving through with my health, which is great. We're doing great. Everything's good. We're good. We're on our way for sure. But as I had to move through this massive transition and this pause in my life, this pause in my reality, and watch things slip away, like slip out of my hands, like literally just like, bye. And I'm like, oh my God, what? It really brought me back home into, it is time to bring forward the gifts I was born with. I have a lot of tools in my tool belt or whatever, like spiritual tools, ascension tools, awakening tools. And I've been teaching this for so long. And those of you that have been with me forever, you guys know I was born this way, born fully connected. I have a dear sister visiting me this week, which is just amplifying the love that I need right now. And we were having a conversation this morning about even my experience with being abducted by Grace and being kidnapped by Grays. And so I'm going to be bringing all of that information forward in the Starseed series. But it's like we get pulled back into the gifts you're born with, the connections that you have. And it's always been there for me. So I am so excited. And my guides have been really clear on, can you please invite these specific people to this event? Can you please invite these specific people to this event?" And I'm like, But not everybody." And they're like, "Just right now, this is what we're doing." So that's really interesting. And then they've asked me to start a Mystic Bundle series, which I'm stoked about. So Mystic Bundle series is starting in February on Tuesdays, and it will be live and it will be recorded. So you can go to diamond.com and get the details. It's gonna be so good. Like, I'm gonna be tapping into our energy as a collective specifically and talking, like, from galactic to galactic, higher self to higher self, and bringing forward what your higher self is asking for as a group. So I'm really, really stoked about that. It's gonna be about psychic activation. It's gonna be about the starseed shit. It's gonna be about, astral projection, traveling, like, all of the things that I've always been doing my whole life. Remote viewing, astral projection, traveling in the ethers, being on, craft. We're not going to go all the way on a live here on Facebook, but all of the experience and the abductions that I've had and how beautiful they've been and how protected I am. And so I get to share all of this, in a setting that's safe and not so public. So that way I don't get all of the, people who think that I should not be talking about this stuff commenting. And I've been getting a little bit of that lately. Have you guys seen all the like go fuck yourself comments that I'm getting? I'm like, oh, thanks. I will. I'm gonna do that right now. Yay. Like it's just crazy. So really excited about the Mystic Bundle. And then the next Starseed event is February 11th. It's like almost sold out. So you can grab seats to that as well if you want to join us there. All right, so we have got this crazy planet alignment going on right now. Whoa, hold on. Oh my God, my ear is like screaming at me. Oh, that was intense. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if that happens again. We've got this crazy planetary alignment happening, right? I think it happens once every decade. I can't really remember. I don't pay attention to the details. I just feel shit. So we've got this wild opportunity to use this energy for our expansion of universal wisdom, aka awakening, aka ascension or evolution or whatever you want to call this. But the whole no boo on them, you are amazing. Oh, thank you. The whole point, what is spiritual awakening? Ready? It's the expansion of universal wisdom within you. It is the wisdom that's within you expanding and moving through your ego self for you to use it for creating a different world, for creating a different life, right? Um, it's so nice to care about your well-being, right? It is self-care, Bobby Lynn. You're right. Like a little DJ, just flip the DJ or whatever, flip the bean. What do we call that? Yeah, like I will totally go do that. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, so with the planetary alignment, we have an opportunity to capitalize on frequency magnified. It is a magnification of energy for us right now, where we are being shrunk. Right? Is anybody else having the most mind-bending um, meditations, downloads, visitations? There visitations. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say too much here. It is intense right now. And that's because the energy is supporting our awakening, our ascension, our evolution, our expansion, right? So it's an incredible opportunity right here, right now. And I've been doing the energy forecast. I do the full week on YouTube and then I do the dailies on TikTok. And then I think Nikki supports me and puts them on the other platforms, but I'm never there to really know. I think so. So you can check those out. And thank you for all of the support and the love of it means so much to this woman, let me tell you. I am a weirdo, okay? The stories that I was sharing, let's go into story time for half a second. The stories I was sharing this morning about my galactic experiences. Um, so I've always been a little girl who was ridiculed for so many things and abused over it and really tormented over it because it was too weird. And so it took me a really long time to go public with what I am, like what I experience, what I feel. I'm going to share a really cool story with you. Um, I think it's cool. But anyways, um, the it's hard for me. It's been challenging for me. Now I'm comfortable. I'm totally fine. I have no judgment towards it, whatever. But when I get your support and your loving energy, when you're here live with me, it is the best hour of my life. I love this hour together. It feels like family. It feels like, oh my God, I'm not alone. Like we're in this together and we are in this together. And it's beautiful and so supportive. I just adore you all so much. I'm so grateful to share the gifts that I was born with so that we can do this together and we learn from each other, right? And we share energy together. And then when you support me with, following me on TikTok or giving me loving comments, keeps me going because the world can be an ugly, mean place sometimes. And so I do get a lot of like, what drugs are you on? You need a psych evaluation, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. You're just mean actually. But so when you support me, it means it just is keep going time, keep going, like keep going. I am human. It does get uncomfortable. And to have your love and support and having you help me grow the YouTube here, the Facebook following, my TikTok, and helping me get into the algorithm. Mwah. Thank you. I love you. It is so supportive and loving. Okay, let's go into crazy funny stories. So I'm going to share a lot of this in the Starseed series, but I'll share one in particular. I was asked this morning by my dear sister. She was like, okay, so when did you know that you were psychic? Like, when did it really kick in? And I was like, when it was always there. I have very distinctive memories. I recall fully being in my mother's womb and feeling her torment and feeling her pain and feeling her depression and her anxiety and her panic and being like, fuck, is this really what I'm going to come through? Like, I just remember being like, oh, here we go. Cool. Um, and her lack of love for self. And I think that was the most painful thing for in a human experience is to feel someone's lack of love for self. It's very, very deflating. It's heartbreaking, right? And so here's my birth mother just not understanding how to love herself. So that was shit. And then I came through, and as a little kid, very little kid, I had this one experience when I realized this is the day I realized that I was different. So I didn't know. I came through. I had no idea that not everybody could see other realms or participate in other realms or be telepathic with animals, plants, even gravel in the driveway, which sounds super strange. Um, but this was just my world. I could see them. I could touch them. There was children I was playing with and growing up with that were galactic beings. This was my life. And I was like, okay. And I was about 2 and I was in the driveway playing. And there was like these little rocks. And this one of the galactic energies I was playing was like, this is how you communicate with it. So I'm squatted down, talking, holding this rock and talking to this rock while talking to a galactic energy beside me. And my mother is like, if you don't stop using your imagination, they're not real. You need to stop and be normal. Like you need to stop doing this. This is insane. And I was like, what do you mean it's insane? And she's like, you're talking to nothing. And I was like, no, like, they're right here. And I could see them. I could smell them. I could, like, they were real for me. And she was like, this is enough. Like, you're never going to do well in school. You're never going to be like, I can't even take you in public. Like, we're not doing this anymore. And I was like, she can't see them. Like, what? And I was like, 2. And I'm like, fuck, like, what am I going to do? Like, this is crazy. So I was like, oh, maybe don't talk about it anymore. And then later that year, so that was the summer, that winter, we had a snowstorm. And this will be in the next upcoming book, the Starseed book that I'm bringing forward. But we had a snowstorm, and there was this one spot on our road. We had a long, like, downtown Toronto, Little Italy, and all the houses were lined up. And there was this one spot in the sidewalk that I could never get past because it felt uncomfortable for me. And I still had all my galactic energies with me. And I could never get past this spot. I was like, no, that's not safe for me. 2. I'm turning 3 at this point because my birthday's in December. So it's the winter and I'm in my snowsuit and the snow is up over my head and everybody's outside. It's dark out, it's snowstorming, and everybody's outside shoveling, right? And I'm like, okay. And so I'm just kind of like playing on the street and I get to that gray spot and all of a sudden I hear, come get hot chocolate. And I was paralyzed, like paralyzed in that gray spot. And it was like, come and take this thermos of hot chocolate to everybody. It is your responsibility. And I was completely paralyzed and I wasn't hearing it with my ears. I heard one loud ring and it was just this, you have to bring the hot chocolate to everybody. And I was standing there and I went, no, it's not safe. I'm not, no. And then I look, like my head was forced to look and I look and there's this woman, a gray, standing there And she's like, "Come get the hot chocolate." And my body was, like, compelled. And so I walk over to her doorstep, and I could see her as a gray, so she would flip from gray to human, if you know what a gray is, if you're a starseed here. And I was like, in my mind, being telling her, "No, I'm not doing it. I cannot do this. No, you do not own me. You cannot have me." And she was like, "Come and get the hot chocolate." And then she grabbed onto my snowsuit, lifted me up, brought me through her house, and put me in on the basement stairs. Opened the door, put me on the basement stairs. As I landed on the basement stairs, the overwhelming, obnoxious smell of cat piss just penetrated my nostrils and my eyes, where I was like, "Oh my god, I can't breathe," which is why I joke about the cat litter now, by the way. For those of you that know the cat litter, right? So I cannot handle the smell of cat litter because of that traumatizing moment. So she puts me in, slams the door, and starts moving furniture. And I could hear, like, she's just this frail woman, and she's moving like this massive, like, what are they called? Credenza, like the thing that holds all the china, just like sliding across the floor like it was nothing in front of the basement door to make the basement door act as though it's not there anymore. And I watched the little bit of light through the gap of the door just dissipate. I'm standing in my snowsuit. I can feel whatever's down there, and I am not interested in that in any way whatsoever, and all I can smell is cat pee, and I'm yelling at her in my mind because 'cause I'm paralyzed, I can't use my voice, and I'm like, "This is not okay. This is not what we agreed upon. This is not gonna happen," and she was like, "I'm turning you off," and ignored me, and then hours go by, and I hear officers at the door asking if she, with a picture of me, "Have you seen this little girl?" And she morphed back into this frail lady and was like, "Oh, goodness, no, I didn't even know of such a girl. I'll definitely come out and help. Yeah, I will." And I can hear her telling me, "You're not allowed to speak." And I'm paralyzed again. And then all of a sudden, I don't know how, I don't know why, the officers leave. She moves the furniture, opens the door, grabs me. I could hear her zip up her coat, like one of those really long ones. It was like, and I was like, "Is she zipping up her human? Like, what's happening?" And she opens the door and grabs me, slams me on her hip, runs out the back door, runs through all the yards, bouncing me on her hip, and finds a driveway where it's shoveled and just yeets me, like, yeet, down the driveway. So I go sliding down the driveway, and I come out and I'm standing there like, "Oh my god, okay, I got free." And then my voice comes back, and I'm like, "Oh, I can talk now." And I look and there's a police officer, and I'm like, "Those are the good guys, like, go." So he looks at me and he's like asking me like, are you who we're looking for?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he starts yelling, "We found her." My father comes up. This is where it gets a little fucked up. My father comes up and grabs me, slams me on his hip, and he's like, "Oh my goodness." Takes me inside to my mom. My mom is pregnant with my sister. My sister is also the same gifts that I have. And my mom falls to her knees crying that they found me. And I was like, looking at her, I was like, "Does she love me?" For the very first time, I questioned if she loved me. And I heard my sister in the womb say, "She'll always love me more. This is the contract." And I was like, "Ooh, I don't know what that is." And then that was the first time that my dad really, really beat me. They didn't believe that I got kidnapped. So I was trying to tell them, and they were like, "Your imagination is ridiculous. You need medical support. We're booking you an appointment with a doctor. We're not doing this anymore. Like, you need to get your head straight. There's no such thing as this. You are in your imagination." And that's when I was like, never tell anybody. And then I got kidnapped at a later date, kind of a similar situation. And I can see things. I can talk to things. I'm a medium. I'm a psychic. I'm a starseed. Like, all of these things have always been my reality. And they did put me through intense, for those of you that think I'm on drugs, they put me through intense psych evaluation over and over and over again. And the only thing they could find was I was dyslexic and learning disabled. That's all they could find. There was nothing wrong with me. And they're like, "She just has a really great imagination. Like, she'll grow out of it." Never did. Never did. So that's when I really found out that, okay, I'm totally different. Like, what is going on? And that really imprinted my subconscious on, it's not safe. It is not safe to be you. It's safe to be you and not tell anyone, and you'll figure out why you are you later, but it's not safe to share. And so that's why it took me so long to heal that piece of my inner child, to heal that piece of my emotional body, and to discover that I can do this. I can be safe doing this. But, now I'm fine. It just took me a long time. I had to learn thick skin, man. I had to grow it. Um, because when I first started coming public and testing the waters with this, the it hurt. It was like arrows in my heart to hear my birth mother's words regurgitated at me through a keyboard warrior. Like, how about we not traumatize each other? And how about if you don't like it, you go fuck yourself because that's a good time. How about if you don't like it, you don't watch it and just leave me alone? And so it took me a really long time. Is that why your mom is the way she is? I don't know what that means. Maybe clarify the question. My mom it's in their generation. Every generation is an intense psychic and we're connected. I have never talked to any of them about the only one that I know this from is my grandmother who's passed away a long time ago, and she gave me the down low. And then being a medium, I can go into my ancestry and I can talk to my great grandmother, my great great grandmother, my great 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 grandmother. I can talk to my lineage, right? Um, and so I know that my grandmother is definitely galactic, but it was never a conversation until I started going public. Like I had to learn to be brave enough to do this on my own, right? So and I was heavily ridiculed and beaten for it, and which is so I'm not even gonna get into anything else on it because I don't need to spill the dirty laundry of my family. But yes, so that's that. So we're all psychics, we're all intense. Um, and I'm not gonna spill any more laundry on that. We're gonna go into this now. So let's talk about how we're gonna use this energy. So that's a little story on me. There you go. One little fraction of my entire experience of all of the chaos that I am. But it's just always been there. So it never turned on. It's never like I was like, oh my God, I'm psychic. It was, how do I hide this? How do I hide this? Okay. So now we're going to go into how to navigate, how to best use the energy available with this planetary alignment for us. So I want to connect into you. And as I'm connecting into you in the comments, 1, 2, or 3. I want to know where you at and let's dive into this. Okay. So I'm going to connect in. And when I say connect in, it just means that I am traveling through, I'm putting my mental body, my human body out of the way, my mental dime out of the way and connecting into my higher self, my galactic self, the light worker self, the consciousness that I am, and then connecting into it as a collective, your higher selves, your energies. And so connecting into what your higher self wants you to know, navigating this. And time does not exist. So it doesn't matter. If you find this in a year from now, there'll be a little tidbit for you. And as always, take what resonates, throw away the rest. Let's go. All right, here we go. See a lot of threes. Interesting. Okay, let's start with number 1. What your higher self is asking you to understand as we navigate and capitalize on the amazing, awesome sauce energy that we have available for us right now with this alignment. It's super fucking powerful. Like, oh my God. Okay, here we go. All right, so number 1s. So interesting because within number 1, there seem to be 2 different messages, completely different messages within number 1s. So let's kind of dive into it. The first message is what limitations are you putting upon yourself in your mind? What limitations? It's really important. Sorry, a comment caught my ADHD there. I'm going to stop looking at them. The entire point of these energy gateways, these opportunities, they are opportunities, is to jump in and expand your universal wisdom, expand your self awareness. The more self aware you become, the more you are going to propel yourself in all things and ascend, awaken, evolve. Self awareness is where it's at. And we have four bodies. Your four bodies are communicating to each other and to you always through the 12 universal laws or 12 principles. Okay. Go get my book. If you haven't got my book, who has my book? This is all of the beginning of my life's work. This is the foundation of everything else that I'm going to give you. You can get it on Amazon. Who has it already, though? Let's celebrate that because I fucking love this. Hi, Bex. So self-awareness is where it's at for number ones, for all of us, okay? What I want you, number ones, what I ache for you to do over the coming days is what is going on? Am I flip-flopping between doubt, between self-sabotage? Am I flip-flopping between passion and I can't. So you're really truly being asked, number one, is what's going on in your head and how can you use this energy to drive it into, capitalize it, lasso it, pull it, and be like, what's going on in my head? What's going on in my head? What story am I telling myself? Where am I holding myself back? You're reading it for the second time. I love that. Mwah, thank you guys. So beautiful. Um, so there's that. The other piece is like, are you waiting for the other shoe to drop? Are you waiting for the rug to be pulled out from underneath you? I am teaching the fucking most amazing course to the most amazing women this month. It's spiritual badassery and how to really become unshakable. And we have been talking deeply. I'm so in love with this fucking course that I'm probably going to have to reinvent it and do it again. But the course is all about the one piece of it is like, whose story, what's the history, what's the lineage, how are you really truly controlling your mind, and how's that creating the outcome, and looking at, are you expecting the rug to be pulled out, expecting the other shoe to drop, so to speak. It is what we expect we receive. Can you truly, without falsifying it in yourself, just expect fucking greatness? Can you expect that everything is going to be fucking fantastic and that you are learning everything as you go, that you are constantly expanding? Can you expect to receive your desired reality? There's a couple of really big pieces in there that I'm probably going to have to teach this course again because I'm so passionate about it. So make sure you sign up for the newsletter that's going to come out next week, diamondno.com. Sign up for it. I'm going to throw all kinds of juicy stuff in there, including the monthly forecast will be in there as well. But number ones is what you expect is what you receive. So let's figure out why you're waiting for things to be pulled away from you or your foundation to fall. And so that's the big message right there. What's going on here? Can we expect something different? And can we work through that? Can we use the energy to be like, what wants to be transmuted in? What wants to change within me? What limiting belief wants to be changed within me? You can do this, and then it shows itself, and you're like, oh, I know how to do that. And you're going to go into the tools that are in the book, and you're just going to walk through it and be like, okay, bam, done. If you do not change those limiting beliefs or ask for clarity on them, then you're going to get the same outcome that you've been having forever. And I don't want that for you. So do the work, right? So there's that. The second piece of this messaging for number ones is this opportunity to really receive. I don't have a word, I only have a sound. To really receive the, oh, yeah, that's good. That. Can you allow yourself to spend a lot of time in your heart and to open your heart and to receive in your heart? Can you receive admiration and love between your four bodies? Can you receive admiration and love from this planetary alignment? Can you receive admiration and love from your higher self? Are you allowing yourself to truly be loved and honored, and open up that heart space, number one, and just let it in? This is all about you allowing things from the inside to become your outside reality and to receive. So I am open to receiving love. I am open to receiving admiration. I am open to receiving clarity. I am open to receiving my aha discoveries, my aha moments. And I am open to moving through the growth that's required for that. And if you can do that and just slow down and romanticize it a little bit, you're going to have an incredible next few days. If not, then you're going to have all of your fears sort of Look at that. Everybody, my phone just blew up with a whole bunch of people doing the Mystic Bundle. So that's awesome. Hi, I'm so glad that you're going to be there. Um, so yeah, it's really about receiving and allowing and walking slowly and just being methodical about it and slow down over the next little while. You're gonna feel beautiful transformation. All right, let's go into number twos. I know I saw a whole lot of number threes, but number twos, there's oh, there's three cards. So this is really cool. All right. You see the smile on my face? This is really fucking good. Okay, number twos. Y'all just got your soul contract, did you? I just did a whole video on YouTube. Please go check it out about soul contract, divine contract, what it is, how to get it, what it looks like on the other side of it, what it actually means. So that video is there for you on YouTube. It's the second Starseeds one. So hi, welcome to the team. Welcome to the transition that's coming, but hold the fuck on because it's going to be a little overwhelming. It's going to be a little, whoa, what is pouring through me, with me, for me? And also, it's very blue avian energy. Hi, Karen. Like, could that one be for you? Could it be any more obvious? So let's go into your message, right? As we move through receiving contract, the contract, I can hear Karen laughing downstairs. As you receive divine contract, you have the opportunity. It's not, this is what I want to show you. Divine contract is empty. Okay. This is so symbolic. I love this card for this. The reason it's empty is because you're going to write your path. You are a gatekeeper. You are a record keeper. You know what you came here to do. It's in you. It's already in you. And it's going to bubble through in all of these little majestic pieces. Beautiful information. It is absolutely important that you are writing this information down. It is absolutely important that you are not looking at it through a magnifying glass, but you instead zooming out. So as you get these downloads, these pieces, this expansion number twos, I don't want you to be like, what does this mean? Like, I don't understand. And researching the fuck out of it and being like, okay, what is this? How does this? Da, da, da. Like, okay, it's got to mean this. Like, no, 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 no. We're just going to be like, fascinating. I'm going to put it in my download book, and you're going to have a journal dedicated to all the downloads you're going to get. You are going to allow this information to come through you in pieces, and it will come in pieces. Okay. I will say, I'm going to be kind of cunty about this. Oh, shit. I said that word. I'm trying so hard not to say that word on lives. Sorry. My apologies. It's super offensive to some. Didn't mean to. Just retract that, put it back in my mouth. Oops. Okay. So, what I want you to understand, the piece that's super uncomfortable about all of this, and I do talk about this in the series. So I recorded that video like last week and it just got up this week. You have to truly, I've said this a lot of times, but I really need you to fucking take this home, okay? Nobody's important. Nobody is more important than the other. It is not about being important. And I see so many people go into divine purpose because they want to be seen and they want to be important and they want to be recognized. And I was one of those too. Okay. That is not what it's about. You will not have the full piece. You will not. Your contract is going to start with bits and pieces, and you will connect with people who have the other bits and pieces. And the more you, everyone's laughing at my choice of language. I'm so sorry. I'm really trying. It's just a normal word for me and it's not good. Okay. You will, the acceleration of divine purpose, of your contract, of all of this that's coming through. And you're very much working with blue avian energy. Like, go on my TikTok. There's videos for you on this. Like, you are being called out so beautifully. You are so in the lead right now, and we all take turns leading. But as we move through divine contract to speed up the process of you feeling fulfilled in your role on this planet, you have to trust every step of it. You have to be fully authentic, and you have to know that you don't have the full picture. You do not have the full picture. You have a piece of a puzzle. And as if you trust and stay humble on who's standing with me, who's standing with me, right? This isn't competition. This isn't you against me. This isn't who's building more followers. This isn't any of that. This is how do we become united and how do we stand united in walking forward together with our own unique, authentic version of what we're bringing forward. If you can do that and you hold hands and you love the people who are standing beside you and you do not look at this as competition, you are going to fast track your divine purpose. Okay. But there's so many that are like, oh no, it's going to be mine and I'm going to do this and it's going to be all about, and then just go on TikTok for half a second or fucking Instagram and you can see it everywhere and you're just like, wow, you are not in union. Okay, so it's about union. All right, let's go into number 3. Is really excited to see who this is. Well then, look at you guys. Oh my god, you guys, okay, number 3 is you're right in alignment with me. And I saw so many 3s hit these comments. They're all great, and it's never, this isn't a competition. One is not better than the other, okay? This is all of us moving forward with our unique role. We are all a pixel of the rainbow, not a color of the rainbow, not the full rainbow, a pixel in the rainbow coming together, creating this beautiful thing. So number 3 is very much in alignment with me in like your mind is spinning. The oh my God, this is what it is. Oh my God, it's what? Like all of these, like, so much information moving through us, so many dreams happening, so much travel in our sleep, so much what is going on with me. Our bodies are tired, but yet ready, but tired. We have this knowing that we must become stronger. We have this try me kind of spiciness to us right now. We have this whirlwind effect. We have ringing of the ears. We have blurry eyes. We have what is really actually happening, but somehow I know what's happening. So it's like all of these, it's a stimulation overload, is what it is. And part of us is like, why? Like, what's the how? And then there's a piece of us that's like, I got it. I know I'm good. I've got it. You have the opportunity, my loves, to completely rewrite your entire reality right now. You have the ability to rewrite your perception. How you perceive is what you receive. How you see the world is how you experience the world, and the world experiences you. You have the ability to change everything. So, fun little story on what I just did. Okay. I'm going to share a little. This is how drastic it is. Okay. I struggled and experienced body dysmorphia up until I was 40. I'm 46. So I'm 6 years free of body dysmorphia. Intense, paralyzing body dysmorphia to the point where I couldn't show skin. I couldn't go out. I often wouldn't leave the house. I only ever wore black. Now I just really like black because it hid everything. I couldn't possibly. And I healed it. I healed it probably late 30s. If you've read my book, right after my darkest night of the soul, dating that fucking narcissist, that's what propelled me into healing it. And there's a lot of tools in there for that. But I healed it. So that would have been, yeah, late 30s. And really solidified that and fell in love with my body. Completely fell in love with my body. I, for whatever reason, maybe being a starseed, TMI, deal with it, started menopause, like perimenopause, really, really young. I started it in my early 30s, unknowingly. Looking back now, I'm like, oh, okay. And as you go through that, things change. And then I hit menopause, and now I'm postmenopause. Okay. I'm 46, somehow fucking postmenopause. When you make that transition through menopause to postmenopause, your body ages. For some reason, we get this. We get the puppet chin, the lines, this, and everything starts to move south, right? So I've been publicly, unpublicly, privately, unknowingly struggling with age dysmorphia. Didn't know that was a thing. Watching my body change so rapidly and move into, like, there goes my fucking youth. And don't hit me up with, you're only 46, you're still young, wait till you're 60. I don't care. This is my experience right now. This is what I'm going through. Okay. So I was unknowingly, knowingly, like publicly, not publicly, like just acknowledging the aging process and being like, what is going on with me? It's like my eyelids are significantly lower. Like I can feel them on my actual eyelid. And I'm like, I can't do my makeup the same way. And I'm watching my pores shift. And I'm watching like, right. And everyone's like, you're the only one who sees it. Right. Yeah, I fucking see it. And I'm like, what is happening? And my body starts changing shape and my belly starts changing shape. Yeah, I don't have a Menzies, so I can have sex whenever I want bonus, but I don't even fucking want to have sex anymore because my hormones are all over the place. Like, what is happening to my fucking body? Right. And so this was a massive opportunity for me. And this is what happens when we connect into the self awareness. So, one of the main reasons is I kind of look like my mom a little bit, my birth mom, and no, thank you. No disrespect to her. I have nothing for this woman. I have no love and I have no hate. It's complete neutrality. Go live your fucking life, right? But I see her. I was seeing her on my face, which is like all of the times that she would stare into my eyes and be mean to me. I was like, oh, I don't like this at all. I look like what is happening, to be very truthful. And then it changed. So you have this amazing opportunity to go into the depths right now, number threes, and completely rewrite your entire perception. One day I was like, I don't look like her. I look like Ruth, who's my grandma, who I worship. I love this woman. She passed away a long time ago and she's with me every single day. And I was like, oh my God, my Ruth is showing. And as soon as I say that, even right now, my heart goes, oh, yeah, ping, love vibration. And so now, and I have to see my fucking face all day, every day, guys. All day, every day, I'm looking at my fucking face. So I see it all. And now all I see is my Ruth. My Ruth is showing. Oh, I'm sorry, what? My Ruth is showing. And it makes my heart expand and feel so loved. And oh my God, yes, my Ruth is fucking showing. Look out, world. And I've fallen in love with this process now. It's all in how you choose to perceive it, is how you are going to experience it. So, number threes, we're going in the depths. We're going in. We're going into look at this as this is supposed to be a well, but this is how we're seeing it. I talk about this in my book. Where your soul resides is in my book. Okay. So I want you to imagine your cells in your body, and this is all your beliefs about your perception, your life, about aging, about money, about receiving, about love, about your relationship with food, your relationship with all things. And in the middle is your consciousness, your universal flow, your soul. There's no such thing as soul, your essence, the consciousness that you are. And each one of us in every single one of our cells have this. We have 42 something trillion, 42 trillion something cells in our body that all have this at the middle. And this alignment for you, number threes, is all about what is the bullshit fire ring that's blocking this from expanding. Because as this expands, your universal wisdom expands. Your awakening happens. You were never asleep, by the way, but whatever. Let's just play spirituality for right now. Your expansion is happening. Your universal wisdom is expanding. The consciousness that you are, the knowing that you are, the experience that you are, the magic that you are is expanding through you, with you, for you. And you can liberate yourself and free yourself completely. So this is all about paying attention to what is coming through. I love this card. What is coming through? What is your inner compass saying, look at? Where are you feeling disharmony, discomfort, the way I was with age dysmorphia? Didn't even know. I don't know why people don't talk about this. Why don't we talk about this? Where are you unknowingly acknowledging some smack talk? Where are you unknowingly doubting yourself? That is the most beautiful thing that you can do right now with this energy that's available for you is where is the doubt? Where's the smack talk? Where's the discomfort? Where's the disharmony? And then you are going to change it. 100%. I'm 53, post menopause, since my late 40s, Got a cancer diagnosis in my early 40s. It changed my life for the better. I do have a love-hate relationship with food. I did choose 3 today, Louise. I also had a cancer diagnosis. Mine was in my 30s, twice actually, um, and went through learning to love my body for sure. Maybe that's why I experienced menopause earlier, probably. Um, and a love-hate relationship with food. I learned that one from, a caregiver. I'm not gonna stop picking on people. This is not beat my mom up day. One of my caregivers would fluctuate a good 100 pounds consistently their whole life, um, and ate chocolate and cookies endlessly and couldn't figure out why they would gain weight, like, super bizarre, and I was not given food as a child. That was one of my ways in which the abuse was relevant is I was not given proper nutrition nor food. It was withheld from me quite a bit, or the portions would be exceptionally small and not healthy by any means. Um, I was really, really, really underweight my whole life and had a horrible fear of food because of what I was witness to. So if you have a love-hate relationship with food, then go into the examples that were given to you. I went into so many, so many memories of what food was and how food was talked about and rewrote those memories and liberated myself from it. So I have a very loving relationship with food. I truly, truly, in my book, I go into great detail over the food groups and how to really honor food with yourself. Um, I have 3 food groups: nutrition, pleasure, and hydration. My body loves all 3 of those things. So tell it what to do. Tell your food what to do. Tell your body what to do. This is pleasure. And then you got to let go and you got to trust the process. And that takes a little bit of time. Your body will calibrate, it will find its way. And I don't know. I think that all bodies are perfect, whether they are 600 pounds. One day, I joke with Corey all the time. Cannot wait to live my 600-pound best life with tacos and margaritas when I retire. Like, bring it. Like, roll me down the beach. Like, fuck yeah. Like, I want my gut to be so big that I can put my margarita on it and just be like a straw. And be like, yeah, read a book. Like, with a taco in the other hand. Like, I don't fucking care. I think all bodies are absolutely stunning and amazing and beautiful and unique and powerful if they are loved and honored and respected. So, your love-hate relationship with food is probably not with food. It's actually probably with your body because you're afraid your body's gonna get bigger with it. And so you have a love-hate relationship with your body getting bigger, not what you're putting in your gullet, not what you're putting in your word hole. That's not what it is. It is a fear of your body not representing who you believe to be on the inside. That was the number one thing with my body dysmorphia. I was so like, why doesn't my body represent who I believe I am on the inside and how I feel on the inside? Why is my body overweight? Because I went from super skinny to super overweight. It doesn't matter. Anyway. And I couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't lose weight and I couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden I was like, my body is actually doing exactly what it needs to do and what I tell it to do. And now, like when I just went through this interesting health thing that I went through in November, December, and I'm at the tail end of or moving towards the tail end of, my body gained 22 pounds in 2 weeks. That's over a pound a day. And I watched it happen and I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? What's happening here? And it's like, we just want to feel safe right now. And then I had this massive epiphany because I just let it happen. And I was like, you do what you need to do. Like, I honor you. If this what makes you feel safe and this is what makes you feel safe, I'm 100% for you. I've got you. You do what you need to do right now. I love you. And then my body showed me something that I had no idea was in there. And now my body's like, okay, cool. We can let go of it now. And so it's let go of half of it. And now it just wants to stay here. And I'm like, you do you. Because it doesn't matter. You're going to see me the way you see me. And if you want to judge me for what the size my pants are, then you're probably an asshole that I don't want in my life anyway. Bye. Like, it doesn't matter. So let it all go. Let it all go. Understand your body. And with the planetary alignment right now, and what we have with the energy, with that pile 3 that you picked, you get to move into the awareness of what wants to transmute. So when we go back to that cell, this picture, right? It's all about transmutation. It's all about letting this expand. We never release anything. You can release emotion, and that's super, super beautiful and great for you, obviously. But we cannot release blockages. We cannot release belief because it's just a vibration that's spinning in and around the cellular structure. So all we have to do is just change the vibration of it. See how it's turning from red to yellow? Just change your vibration. It just transmutes. So we take the things that we are fearful of, or the limitations, or the smack talk, or the self doubt, or the body doubt, or whatever it be. And we learn to honor and love it, and it changes the vibration of it. And as it changes the vibration of it, this gets to expand. And that's how you awaken. Perfect. That's it. That's all. I'm going to quickly look at comments. That's what I want to go and say. If that was protecting your body from toxins or something bad. Sometimes your body's protecting you. Sometimes your body gains weight because it feels invisible. If you feel emotionally invisible, you're going to get big. If you feel that you need protection, you're going to get big. If it needs to bury something, you're going to get big. If you're bringing in new energy and you're anchoring, you're going to get big. Some of the most wisest women I know on this planet are very overweight because they are like the elephants, like the wisdom of the elephants. Now, I'm not calling them an elephant, but they are bigger women because they anchor so much energy. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's stunning. Like, it's not a bad thing. I've had so much, let's go back to this. I have so much positivity this week that has really helped my perspective. Usually I brush it off, but taking it in. Yes, amazing. Good. I was a size 18, 20 in my 20s and 30s, and now I'm a size 8, 10. I also had an abusive relationship with my mother all my life before she died. Thank you so much for your advice and knowledge. You are an inspiration to me. Oh, thank you. I love you. Love this reminder. Thank you. I love you all. I read the email wrong. It is what it is. Time I read the email wrong. It is what it is. Okay. Noni, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I love you. Eye issues like floaters, flashes certainly relate to number 3. Amazing. Good. All right, gang. That's it for today. I'm going to go hang out with my beautiful girls downstairs and just enjoy love and nurturing and receiving and all of this powerful energy. And then I'm going to stargaze tonight and alien gaze tonight because yeah, it's a good time in the hot tub. So don't forget Mystic Bundle. I want to see you there. It is going to be wild. The more bold we are showing up for that, the more bold content's going to be. We're going to help you increase your psychic abilities, your telepathy, astral projection. We're going to talk about dragons. It is like, it's just a month at a time. So every month you can buy the Mystic Bundle and we're going to navigate topics. You can definitely ask questions in all the comments, and it's going to be a live lessons coming at you for your awakening, for your ascension. It's going to be amazing. So, so excited. And then the next galactic group, hold the F on, because I'm bringing bigger, bolder moving forward, man. Like, we're not doing small anymore. Now that I'm here, I've gotten too many downloads. Like, let's fucking go, Starseed. So if you feel like you're a Starseed, absolutely get your ass at the next galactic event, February 11th. Go to the fucking website. Okay. Go do all of the things. I want you to sign up for the email list so that I can give you the recording for the monthly forecast. The link is going to be in there. A lot of information is going to be in there. I'm getting real transparent and real vulnerable moving forward. We're going to have a lot of fun. The Mystic Bundle link will be in it. The website has everything for you, including the link to the book. If you don't have it yet, go get it and enjoy changing your life. All right. Cool beans. Thank you for all your love. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe to YouTube, go find me on TikTok, and let's play. Let's go play. Let's go change the world together. All right. Mwah. Until I see you again, go look for a million reasons to say thank you.